Okay, so I am live. It is 4:30 in the morning. It's Wednesday, 8/14, 2024, and I just wanted to come on and give an update on this North Carolina escapee. Um, so let's try to play an intro, and I'll be right back. All right, so I started hearing about this, I think it was yesterday. Um, so let's get right to it. I want to play this press conference first. This was done yesterday. I think I forget now when this was actually done. Um, 11 hours ago, so 11 hours from now, before now. So let's hold on. Let me share this. And so apparently, there's a convicted murderer. Hey, Farq, how are you doing? Good to see you. Just doing an update on this escapee over here in North Carolina. So let's. A man convicted of pewing and unaliving a 1-year-old while she played with her new toys on Christmas Day in 2015 escaped custody Tuesday, so that was yesterday. And now there's a $25,000 reward for information that leads to the capture of Ramon Alston. So this is a bad guy. Um, and apparently they were bringing him to get a medical checkup, and he escaped out of his, his detail. So let's play this and um, play something else after that.
You for being here. I just want to say to all the media, you're our voice to our communities, and we appreciate you. Times like this, you're how we get information to our communities, and that's what I want to address now. We've been at this for several hours now, and the communities are concerned. Not a whole lot of new information that I can share with you with respect to the whereabouts of the individual.
Yeah, it's a bad guy, Farq, definitely. I don't know the. I'll have to look up to see uh, what happened with the 1-year-old, but I just wanted to get the information out that this guy here is still on the loose as of this morning. So.
That we're looking for. However, I've got our emergency services director, Kirby Saunders, with me, and he's going to kind of give a picture of what the strategy is. And this is a plan that we.
This is the press conference that was done yesterday afternoon, I think.
Used many times.
Good to see you, Farq. Very good to see you. Thank you for coming in.
And I trust in it, and I just ask the community to trust in us. Kirby.
Good afternoon. I'm Kirby Saunders, the Emergency Services Director for Orange County, KIRBY SAUNDERS. And the sheriff asked me to come to talk a little bit about our strategy for this evening. We've been in the morning early on. Our office manages the Community Alert and Warning Program, the OC Alert Program. And so we were engaged almost immediately to alert the community of the threat and the risk posed. Subsequent to that, the sheriff's office requested our support from our emergency management team to engage and help coordinate this incident. As the sheriff has alluded to, and you're aware, there are multiple agencies involved in this search. Currently, as of right now, we have 114 personnel actively searching for this individual. We're currently covering up to 580 acres as we stand here today right now. 180 acres are actively being searched at this moment. That incorporates about 1 mile around the hospital, UNC Hillsborough Hospital. As far as the strategy, our focus has been to help coordinate law enforcement in the search areas, very similar to what we do for a missing person. This is the exact opposite. It's still looking for an individual who doesn't want to be found. We use statistical behavioral profiles and the same process to apply and coordinate a coordinated response. Our primary focus and real aim tonight, this afternoon, is to reassure the community that it's not an active emergent threat to their lives or their community or their neighborhood. So currently right now we are in that 1 mile area, approximately around the hospital area where the person was last seen, doing door-to-door neighborhood searchings, very, very thorough searches in those areas, the residential neighborhoods.
Anytime there's breaking news like this, I mean, it's not breaking news, but it's definitely news. So I won't be able to come on this morning later because I'll probably be sleeping, but I try to get this out there just in case somebody from, North Carolina doesn't know about this yet. This guy's a bad guy, so he needs to get caught again. I think he's also been charged with a few burglaries and stuff like that. So it's just not a good guy to be on, running around without police supervision. Be honest with you.
Some of that is wooded areas. Some of that is creeks, ravines, really anywhere that this individual may be. As you probably are aware, we have very little information or no credible evidence to say where this individual is. And our hope tonight is to assure where he is not. And that is our primary focus right now. To one, reassure the community that the community is safe. There's not an imminent threat or hazard to them. Our community has been in lockdown and high state of vigilance all day. We want to be able to relax that posture and return the community, ensure that it is safe, it remains safe. We will continue our efforts to support law enforcement partners through the duration of this incident to find the individual, to assure that the community is safe, and to really maximally.
Yep. So let me see if I can map this out for everybody here. Hold on a second. Share screen. All right, so here's North Carolina here. Here's Virginia. This is the coastline here, Nag's Head. So he was in this area here. This is right outside of Chapel Hill. Let me see if I can zoom in here. And he was being held at the Hillsborough prison, I think. I can try to find that. Very familiar with Rocky Mount. We stay there a lot when we're going through down to South Carolina. There's Raleigh right there. So it's basically northwest, right in that area there. I don't think I've ever been to Hillsborough. I might have. So this is, let's see if I can find the prison. I mean, it's pretty wooded in here. There's the university right there. So let me see if I can find. Prison? Do you think it would be prison? Prison. Okay, so there's the jail. So, Orange Correctional Center. Yeah, so it's Orange County Jail. Orange County. This can't be it. But Orange County Jail, let's see here. I don't know. He's convicted unaliver, so he would probably be in the correctional center, I would think. I don't know if he's in the jail. But anyways, he's not in there now. So let's get back to the press conference here. No, he's he might be. I don't think so. He's already been convicted and everything, so he's been. I'm going to try to pull up a. Hold on a second. Let me get back to the press conference here. I'm still on this piece of crap computer, so please bear with me. All right, let's go back to this, and I'll try to find.
Maximize the efficient use of all the resources that are available and brought to bear for this. I'll be happy to take questions here in just a few minutes, but I want to turn it over to Keith as well.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm Keith Akery, Communications Director with the Department of Adult Correction. As you heard Director Saunders say, there's not a lot of information to work with right now. So to that end, the Department of Adult Correction is offering a $25,000 reward for anyone who has information that leads to the capture of Jerome Alston. We know that there are people out there who know where he is and probably have information to share. The hope is that this will be the carrot that draws them out and helps provide some important information that will lead to his capture. Thank you. I think we can take some questions at this point.
I did have a question. Several places that are downtown, people out and about. Any reason why people should not be, locking down their businesses, or should people be watching themselves more cautiously with a skate inmate on the loose?
So I'm going to answer that question.
I'm going to try to map that out. I do know that they canceled. They did a what they call a statewide emergency on that. So I think they canceled classes at Duke, I think. But let me, I got to make sure that's correct. But I will map that out from the medical center. I know he was shackled and everything and all of that stuff, but he still managed to escape that. He's been missing since, I think, early yesterday, I think.
Two answers. One is, I would hope that people are vigilant all the time. Tonight, a little more often. A little bit more cautious. Yes. Again, we can't. Being said, there are a lot of people out there that have offered a lot of suggestions. It does about.
All right. Once my computer starts here, I'll share this one. All right. Hold on a second. Yeah, he probably does have help. I wouldn't doubt if he had help. He probably got help now for sure. Let me stop that. I can go back to that. But this is coming from so this is coming from ABC 11 over in North Carolina. Okay, so a man convicted of unaliving a 1-year-old while she played with her toys on Christmas Day escaped custody Tuesday. Ramon Alston, 30, was about to receive care at the UN Hospital's Hillsborough campus at 7 a.m. So they took him out of prison to give him some medical care. And the sheriff's office said Alston managed to free himself from leg restraints while inside the North Carolina Department of Adult Correction, the DAC, in the parking lot of the clinic. As the officers pulled up to the back entrance of the hospital and as they were removing Mr. Alston from the vehicle, he broke away from the officers in the parking lot and ran into the woods. This is like the third time in the last couple of years they've had somebody escape like this. So that's him, March March of 2023, October. So that's what he might look like there. Two officers were in charge of getting Alston out of the vehicle and into the hospital for treatment. Alston was here for procedure from lockup in Bertie County, so I'll find that. So he was actually in Bertie County. All right, let's play this here.
For folks in this community, especially those who live within walking distance of the hospital. They have seen deputies out for the better part of the day, walking through their backyard, some of which have their guns drawn tonight. They have a lot of questions. We are pressing our law enforcement sources to get to the bottom of it all.
On Tuesdays, the landscape company comes
and her dogs.
I just don't. I guess I don't get it. I don't understand how these things can still happen. Hold on a second. I'll be back in a second. All right, I just don't understand how this can happen these days. I mean, can't they just put like a monitor bracelet on this guy or something? It just doesn't make any sense how this can happen. I mean, it's not the 1900s anymore. There's got to be a way that they can limit this stuff from happening.
down. All of a sudden, I was like standing right there, and the cops came and had their weapons drawn, and we're not talking handguns. And they said, "Where did he go?" And I'm like going, where did who go?
The who we and Nancy know tonight is Ramon Alston. Investigators say he escaped the prison van outside UNC Hillsborough Hospital. Alston, the only person in the van aside from two guards. Alston for a procedure from lockup in Bertie County, where he's serving a life sentence for the murder of one-year-old 2015. Her father telling ABC News they're displeased with DPS and their efforts to keep him in custody or lack thereof.
Somehow he got out of his.
I mean, it just makes them look like fools, in my opinion. Just a simple freaking transport to a medical facility. I mean, I'm not blaming law enforcement or correction facility officers, but I mean, this is just ridiculous. These guys, these people are dangerous. This guy's a danger. Let's hope he doesn't get a weapon like the other guy did last year.
Leg shackles.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that really bothers me.
Old 86 in and around Hillsborough tonight looking for Alston. We also saw a cavalry of them leave the hospital, presumably walking back to the command post across the street. Investigators putting up a $25,000 reward for information leading to an arrest.
The hope is that this will be the carrot that draws them out and helps provide some important information that will lead to his capture.
A capture Nancy and others in this neighborhood are hopeful for, so she can walk Skipper again with ease.
Yeah, it's been a pretty stressful day.
Certainly was. And we have asked even Lauren, UNC, and a number of different agencies out here why Alston was taken all the way here, more than 2 hours away for treatment. Investigators say that UNC contracts with the Department of Corrections to provide care. Investigators also believe that Alston may have had help, but we don't know at this point
I'll assure you, when I mentioned the 1 mile radius, that's a probability circle that we're canvassing. There are many, many other addresses and locations that we are looking at right now. I'm not getting
All right, so I'm back. Yep, I am back. This was wicked funny. Hopefully, your computer hasn't completely shit itself. That's fucking funny. That's hilarious. I apologize. Apparently, there's something going on with StreamYard. So let me play this here. And so this is the rest of the press conference here. I don't know if they got cameras in the vans. You would think that they'd put at least an ankle bracelet on this guy. You know, just I don't know.
into the strategy on that. Don't ask it. But we're doing our job.
Has there been any reported sightings of the suspect or any credible tips of, I saw something suspicious that you believe might be connected to?
Yes.
Reported sightings of the suspects or?
Yes. Earlier this morning.
Right after he left the hospital?
Yes.
But since then, no reported sightings.
Since then, no reported sightings. No.
Any procedure changes after this happened? What's the hospital?
I can't speak to what the hospital's procedures are going to be, whether they change anything or not. Certainly, when something like this happens, to come to and all the stakeholders comment on what we feel could prevent this in the future, we're doing that as we speak. We've done that all day.
How important is it to catch these early? According to the people that have came sick, important is it to catch these early and you catch them later?
That's kind of self-answering question. Very important.
You mentioned, creeks, ravines, obviously wooded area around here. Is there a race against the clock before it becomes dark to really try to zero in on this area?
We want to maximize our efforts, and the daylight helps us. Yes, ma'am. But we won't stop just because it gets dark.
Was anyone else in the transport van?
No other inmates, just the two corrections officers and this inmate.
Does anyone here know why he would be transported to Hillsborough?
So that question's been asked and answered a couple of times. UNC Hospital provides health care to the Department of Corrections.
Just to clarify, so you said 114 personnel now on the ground doing the search. Does that include sheriff's deputies, police?
State, federal, and local. Yes, sir.
Do you believe he's still in the state?
So funny.
To clarify one more thing, $25,000 reward for information leading to his capture.
Yes, sir. Having said all of that, again, thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for what you're doing for us by getting that word out to our communities. And this will be the final press conference tonight. We are going to reconvene. We're not leaving, but we will reconvene in the morning with our own briefing at 8 o'clock. And shortly thereafter, we'll have a statement for you prepared.
We expect to be here around 9:30 tomorrow morning.
Thank you all very much. Thank you, Sheriff.
All right, so let's play this one here.
A region on edge as a brutal murderer remains at large after running away from armed guards near Durham, North Carolina. Here's ABC's Faith Abube.
Tonight, a statewide emergency alert issued in North Carolina after a convicted murderer escaped from armed guards in a hospital parking lot.
An inmate has just run from the hospital.
30-year-old Ramon Alston, described as dangerous with a violent criminal past. Federal and local agencies, including the U.S. Marshal Fugitive Task Force, seen urgently searching the Hillsborough area.
He's either within a 5-mile radius or he's in the rest of the world. And we're searching both.
Authorities, 2 prison guards were transporting Alston free in the parking lot. pushing down at least one guard, then running into a densely wooded area, still handcuffed with a waist chain, but without the leg restraints he was put in before the ride.
They're much like a handcuff, puts pressure against your Achilles, which slows you a good bit. It's uncomfortable. How he got them off, I don't know.
The convicted felon was serving a life sentence for fatally shooting a 1-year-old. Malia Williams on Christmas Day in 2015. The child struck while in her mother's arms outside.
All right. What else? I'm trying to pull up the location here. So let's do, hold on a second. Give me 1 second. Hillsborough. Okay, so let me, hold on a second. I'm going to, I have no idea. Let's see here. I'm going to pull up a map here. So, yeah, no kidding. It's serious. I understand the questions are kind of confusing to everybody, but they need to find this guy. I agree with you. So if he's over here in Bertie County, Bertie Correctional Institution, all the way over here, it's a 2-hour and 23-minute drive to this Hillsborough. So I don't understand why they took him on a 2.5. That's like 5 hours both ways. I've been to North Carolina a lot. If you're going from west to east, it's a very, very long state. But that doesn't make any sense. So hold on a second. Let me try to find some more stuff on this here. North Carolina. All right, so that was a press conference. Now let's go to this one here. 26 minutes ago. All right, this one here. All right, let me share this. Yeah, that's far. That doesn't make any sense, but I'll try to see if that's accurate here. It's strange how they already have a $25,000 reward for this. All right, so let's play this one here.
WRAL, coverage you can count on.
It has now been 11 hours since police say a convicted murderer was able to break out of custody while being taken to get medical care. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Deborah Morgan.
And I'm Gerald Owens. Ramon Alston was serving a life sentence for first-degree murder for the death of Malia Williams. The 1-year-old was shot to death on Christmas Day 2015 while playing outside in Chapel Hill. There's a $25,000 reward being offered for information leading to his capture. WR's Destiny Patterson has been talking with investigators throughout the day about how he escaped and where he could be. And Destiny, what do we know?
I mean, this is terrible. This is really bad news. Let's hope they get this guy. Look at this kid. I don't know why this happened. That's what I'm trying to figure out, why he shot her. It just doesn't make any sense.
Murder for the death of Malia Williams. The 1-year-old was shot to death on Christmas Day 2015 while playing outside in Chapel Hill. There's a $25,000 reward being offered for information leading to his capture. WR's Destiny Patterson has been talking with investigators throughout the day about how he escaped and where he could be. And Destiny, what do we know so far?
I mean, that's just really sad. I don't remember hearing anything about this case. But apparently they've dubbed him the Christmas Day Killer, I guess. I don't know. It's weird.
Gerald, I'm standing outside Durham Tech's campus. You can see all of these cars that are lined here are law enforcement vehicles. We also saw law enforcement out in this wooded area over here searching for Alston throughout the day. Now, when we heard from law enforcement earlier today, they told...
Sorry about my computer. I don't know what's going on with it today, but I apologize for all the problems.
Told us that there were more than 100 law enforcement personnel that were actively searching for him at this point within about a mile radius of where he escaped.
Helicopters, canines, and law enforcement from every level joined in the search efforts to find this escaped prisoner, Ramon Alston. The 30-year-old was serving a life sentence for killing 1-year-old Malia Williams.
He's either within a 5-mile radius or he's in the rest of the world, and we're searching both.
Orange County Sheriff Charles Blackwood says Alston had a doctor's appointment at this UNC hospital in Hillsborough. It's not clear what medical condition he was getting treatment for. Once they pulled up at the hospital, Alston ran off, still in handcuffs, even knocking over one of the officers.
We cannot say for certainty that he's not in Hillsborough. That's what we're trying to do right now.
They say Alston had shackles on his feet.
Hey, Miranda Lee, how are you? Good to see you, Miranda. Just going over this escaped guy here in North Carolina. I still don't know. I'm still trying to figure out why he did this, why he unalived this girl. But I just wanted to come on and give an update on this here because he's still obviously on the loose.
His hands and around his belly. He somehow managed to get them off his feet.
And it's designed to keep him from getting a large gate if you decide to walk or run away. How he got them off, I don't know.
I asked the sheriff if the officers who transported Alston are being investigated.
It's possible. It's possible that it was one of those drive-bys. Doing a little better. Well, a little better is better than no better. Glad you're here, Miranda.
We investigate every aspect of what's going on from the time they left the facility to the time they got there and he broke away. Every bit of that will be under investigation. Yes, ma'am.
It's important to know that Alston has family and friend connections in the area. Deputies say they're investigating if this was a planned escape. Nearby law enforcement filled the Orange County campus of Durham Technical Community College instead of students. Freshman Eliza Jennings says she showed up to her first day of classes to learn they were...
I mean, the problem with being on the loose in North Carolina is it's a big state and you can get far pretty quick. Once you get on a highway, anything's possible. This guy obviously doesn't want to be in prison, so he's capable of doing anything. This guy's just really dangerous. They got to find this guy really quick.
Were canceled.
I'm doing all right, other than the computer issues. Hey, Necessary Leo, how are you, buddy? Good to see you, man. Just going over this escaped guy here in North Carolina. Ramon Alston, I think his name is.
You were telling me it probably wasn't a good idea to go outside at the moment, and I could hear, helicopters and everything. There was just like floods of police officers coming in the building.
Neighbors like Sal Camporali says they're cautious.
At least for these initial first few days, we'll definitely be on a heightened awareness.
Heightened awareness and high alert.
The sheriff says that he believes that Alston did have help in his escape. At this point, they say, look, this is Raymond Alston. This is what he looks like at this point. We also know that there is also a statewide alert out as if you do see him, they say call law enforcement. That's it. In Orange County.
I don't know how they could say that he's not a threat. Like this guy obviously just escaped the prison, and obviously he doesn't want to be in prison, and he's probably capable of doing anything to not go back to prison. So in my opinion, that means that he's a threat. That's just me.
Year-old Malia Williams. She was shot on Christmas Day in 2015 just playing outside. The 30-year-old Alston has been convicted on other charges over the years, including...
All right, so 2012, drug possession, fleeing police. 2013, a year later, felony breaking and entering. And then in 2018, he was first degree unaliving. So that was 2018. That's 7 years ago, 6 years ago. This is a bad guy. This guy's a threat for sure.
Drug possession and fleeing police in 2012. In 2013, he was convicted for felony breaking and entering. He received probation in both cases. In 2018, he was convicted for the little girl's death.
We have sent several push alerts to your phone as this story developed throughout the day. This is the most recent one. Download the...
Once these guys are out of prison, man, they're capable of doing anything. That's just my opinion. They don't want to go back to prison, obviously, so they're capable of doing just about anything.
WRL News app for breaking news alerts whenever we get new information.
All right, so let's do this here. This is 48 seconds. Let's do this. I think I did that one already. Let's do this here. I'm surprised the mainstream media hasn't caught on to this yet, but
the search continues tonight for a man.
They're probably too busy covering nonsense to care about this. I mean, this is kind of important.
Convicted of killing a 1-year-old girl. He escaped custody this morning in Orange County. Deputies are looking for Ramon Alston. He was serving a life sentence for first-degree murder and the 2015 death of Malia Williams. Deputies say Alston escaped from a prison transport van once it arrived at UNC Hillsborough Hospital.
He's an escaped felon. This is a man who's convicted of first-degree murder. He's got a violent criminal past here in the local area. He's unpredictable. We don't know what he's going to do, so he should certainly probably be considered dangerous. People make rash
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
decisions at a time like this. He's already made one very large rash decision this morning.
The Department of Adult Correction is offering a $25,000 reward for information leading to Alston's arrest.
Did I play that one yet? Search for convicted. This on here. I want to try to find out where he was taken from. I know he was going for medical treatment to the UNC medical facility, I think, but
We have breaking news this noon. The search for an escaped murderer is entering its 5th hour right now. Good afternoon to you. I'm Jeff Hogan.
And I'm Michelle McConaughey in for Nate Chu. Thanks for joining us. This is the man that law enforcement is hunting down right now. Ramon Alston is serving a life sentence for the Christmas 2015 death of 1-year-old Malia Williams.
why do you need to? Why are you selling it? Yeah, Dexter. I'm just. They're doing a marathon of, I think, the first episodes of all the whole series. So I just caught the first one, but they keep playing the same one over and over and over and over again. So huge Dexter fan, especially the first season, second season, and the fourth season. After that, it kind of went down the tubes. In my opinion, I don't know. You need to sell your dad's. I don't understand. Why are you selling your dad's car? I feel bad about that. All right, let's. Oh, you have to have You have to have insurance in Michigan. Just put a sign on it. I don't know if you live in a busy area or. Don't want to see the series. Yeah, I probably should have stuck to the books too. Like I said, the first two series were really good, I think. And then when they started getting everybody involved, that's when I don't know. All right, so let's do this.
Alston is.
So here we go again. Convicted murderer, life sentence, Christmas 2015 death. I still don't know why the unaliving happened, but it could have been. like FARQ said, maybe some sort of a drive-by or something, or
Escaped custody while being transported to a medical appointment in Hillsborough.
And that is where we find WRL's Destiny Patterson. Destiny, we understand the Sheriff's Office and Department of Corrections just held a joint news conference. What did you take away from that?
Jeff, just in the last 30 minutes, we've gotten an update from.
I know that's what I would do. Just put like a sign on it or something. Or, I mean, I don't trust Craigslist, and you might want to try Facebook Marketplace. But, you know, the problem with those places is there's so many scumbags and losers and trolls, and you just can't put an ad to paper. That's probably the best way to do it. Because you get a lot of weirdos when you start posting on Craigslist and I don't know.
Law enforcement, and I want you to take a look at the scene here. We are at Durham Tech Community College, the Orange County campus. You can see just how many law enforcement cars and units are out here. This is where they are hosting their operational center. You can see they have state troopers as well as several other agencies that are out here assisting in this search. They tell us that Olson actually never made it inside of the hospital for his appointment.
Yeah, I think it just started to go weird. You know, it started to get a little bit weird when that stuff happened. But I mean, you only have so much material to write. I think some of these series go, you know, too long. Same thing with Game of Thrones. I mean, I mean, I didn't mind the ending, the end series, but I think they could have done better. But you know, I didn't write it, so.
And they describe him as unpredictable. They say at this point now they have statewide alerts looking for Olson. They say that he ran into the wooded areas that are around here as well as the hospital. They wouldn't say what he was actually going to the hospital for, though. They say that he broke away from officers while still in handcuffs and even pushed an officer down to the ground. That officer is
I mean, doesn't it make a lot of sense to just put like an ankle monitor on these people when they're being transported? I don't know how much that costs, but it can't be that much. I mean, especially when they, you know, escape, then it becomes really expensive. You know, I would at least put some sort of a tracking device or something. I mean, I don't know if that violates any rights or anything like that, but you know, when you're transporting a convicted unaliver, that's what I would do.
expected to be okay. They also say that he has family and friend connections here. So given the location of where all of this is unfolding, they say that they can't say whether this was planned or not. They did say that they are putting all of the resources that they can towards finding him, though.
In many ways, this is coordinated like a missing person in that we have a perimeter, we have resources, we deploy them, we track who's been where and what's been searched. Then
I mean, remember that guy last year? What the hell was his name? Over there in Pennsylvania, he was out for weeks. Remember, I think it was like 6 or 7 weeks. He was, and he ended up getting a gun, so that's why he was considered to be really dangerous. But this guy will probably do the same thing. You know, he's.
we search that area again.
I want you to take another look. This is 30-year-old Ramon Olson. He was last seen wearing heather gray, a t-shirt and heather gray, brown khaki pants, and he may have on white boxers.
Okay, so let's see that again.
To take another look, this is 30-year-old Ramon Olson. He was last seen wearing heather gray, a t-shirt and heather gray.
Heather gray t-shirt, heather gray khakis, right?
Brown khaki pants, and he may have on white boxers or white gym shorts. So if you see him, they say to reach out to law enforcement. At this point, they tell us they have no idea where he is at this point. And I asked if they were widening their search.
I mean, if they had any idea where he was, they probably would have gotten him, right?
perimeter. And at this point, they tell me that they, again, are looking for him statewide, and they'll continue to.
See, I was told a long time ago that the Game of Thrones, the entire thing, was supposed to be centered around the War of the Roses in 15th century England, but I could be wrong. I don't think they said he was wearing shoes. Hold on a second.
Again.
I want you to take another look. This is 30-year-old Ramon Alston. He was last seen wearing heather gray, a t-shirt and heather gray, brown khaki pants, and he may have on white boxers or white gym shorts. So if you see him, they say to reach out to law enforcement at this
Nothing about shoes, I don't think.
point. They tell us they have no idea where he is at this point. And I asked if they were widening their search.
Sometimes these guys are willing to take themselves out before they go back to prison. So that's why I always say these people who escape prison are not to be trusted at all, because, obviously they escape prison for a reason. They don't want to be there. So they're capable of doing anything.
Perimeter. And at this point, they tell me that they, again, are looking for him statewide, and they'll continue to look. We're expecting to get another update from law enforcement in about an hour and a half. Destiny Patterson, WREL News, Orange County.
Right, so let's stop sharing that. I'll do one more thing, and then I'll try to get out of here. I just wanted to come on and give an update about this here, because I'm not going to be able to do one this morning because I'll be sleeping here. Let's see here, but this is important, so that's why I wanted to do this. So what we know, he freed himself from leg restraints while in van. So he got free while he was in the van. Then he broke free from officers, which is understandable, because if he's able to at least get up and run, he's going to run from the officers. He escaped into the nearby woods by UNC hospitals in Hillsborough, North Carolina. New Balance sneakers. So there you go, FARQ. And he's still handcuffed. So if you see a guy running around in handcuffs, that's probably him. Let me try to play this here. Sorry, my computer's really slow. Oops. I think we played this already, but let's... Yep, we played this one already. But I'll play it again for the people in the back.
Yeah, Steve, it has been a stressful day for folks in this community, especially those who live within walking distance of the hospital. They have seen deputies out for the better part of the day, walking through their backyard, some of which have their guns drawn tonight. They have a lot of questions. We are pressing our law enforcement sources to get to the bottom of it all.
On Tuesdays, the landscape company comes and cuts the grass.
Nancy Allen.
I'm back. Sorry. I'm still having issues, so I had to back out and come all the way back in. Apparently, my computer doesn't like this video. Probably because of all the ads. This area just got socked too by remnants of Debbie, so it's probably pretty wet out there. Give it a good whack. Yeah, I wish I could. It's my wife's computer. I'd never hear the end of it. All right, let's do this here. All right, very good. Maybe not.
Enforcement sources to get to the bottom of it all.
On Tuesday, the landscape company comes and cuts the grass.
Nancy Allen thought it was the landscaping folks that sent her dog Skipper into a tizzy Tuesday morning.
So I'm back here taking down the fence.
But she quickly realized this was a different crew roaming her backyard.
All of a sudden, I was like standing right there, and the cops came and had their weapons drawn, and we're not talking handguns. And they said, "Where did he go?" And I'm like going, where did who go?
Escaped the prison van outside UNC Hillsborough Hospital. Alston, the only person in the van from 2 guards. Alston was here for a procedure from lockup for the murder of 1-year-old.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with my computer, but it's just really strange. I think it's StreamYard. I think they're having issues tonight, obviously. I'm going to end it there since obviously it's pointless trying to bring up anything else. But I want to thank everybody for coming in. Sorry about the computer issues. I'll keep track of this though during the day today and see if I can come up with any more information. But I thank FARQ for coming in. Thank you very much, FARQ. Necessarily Evil. Thanks, buddy. Miranda Lee. Thank you. I'll try to do another update later when I get up on that. Obviously, too, I want to do an update on the Tropics. But right now, this computer's just not working all that great. So thank everybody for coming in. And I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys very much. Again, sorry for the computer stuff, but I don't think it's coming from my end. I think it's StreamYard. So hopefully they get him. Hopefully they find him, because this guy is really dangerous. And if you're in Carolina, the Carolinas, anywhere, be alert, be safe. And hey, Miracle Hearts, how are you? Sorry, I can't stay on here. My computer is giving me issues, and plus I think StreamYard is always good to have you here in the chat, though, Miracle Hearts. Good to see you again. But thank you guys very much for putting up with my bullshit tonight. Sorry, I just wanted to get this out there on this escapee from North Carolina. So I'll see you guys later. Have a great night. And like I said, I'll try to do an update later today on this escapee guy. All right, so I'll see you guys later. I'm not going to bother trying to play a outro. Have a good night, guys. Good day. Stay safe.